Look at the bunnies. We got one here, and we got another one over there. But my car sits here next to the road because, as some of you might know, I sold my convertible. And naturally, when you only have one car and it's modified, it's going to leave you stranded. Of course. Never breaks down when I have another car to drive, but now that it's what I'm relying on, it's going to break down. So the fuel pump, I took the feed line off of the fuel pump and no fuel comes out when I try to prime it. I can feel something running attached to like the hanger, but there's nothing, there's no fuel. There's no fuel coming out. I mean, I was driving the car up the road and it just died. Like I lost all power, like not electricity power, like power. Like I would hit the gas and it would just die. Like it was just dying. So it felt like it was either had no spark or no fuel. It wouldn't start up. It would just crank and crank and crank. All the fuses checked out. The fuel pump is getting power. I'm getting spark to the spark plugs. So it's the fuel pump. And like I said, I took the line off of it. I'm about to take, I just took the locking ring off. I'm about to pull the hanger out and see what is going on with the pump itself. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's just the hose that attaches the pump to the hanger. I'm hoping that just either tore or fell off or something, but I won't really know until I take it out. I'm gonna try to take it out on camera, but I think there's like 3/4 of a tank of gas in here, so I'm gonna try to not get fuel all over the place. So let's see what comes out of here. Hopefully the pump is just not attached and is just lying down there somewhere. I think that's a good sign. Yes! Yes! That's exactly what happened. Fucking sick, nasty. The pump fell out of the hanger. Look at that. I was gonna say, because I could hear it pumping. I could hear it. It was going. It was trying to do the thing. But apparently that clamp didn't do its job in holding the pump on. So that's a great sign. That means I don't need a new fuel pump. I just have to reattach that hose and my car will be back to doing what it does. But in the meantime, check out my sick rental, courtesy of Louis Lemons. We got I don't know what year it is, but we got a Toyota Chaser Tour V. 4-door, baby. 5-speed, right-hand drive. One of my tasks for this year is painting it, so don't mind the fading paint. Oh, where's this thing? One Jzx, baby. So, may not be able to drive the turbo car, but this thing's fun. It's interesting driving right-hand drive when I'm so used to left-hand drive, but definitely a cool car to be driving. And I cannot thank Louis enough for letting me drive this while I figured out what's wrong with this. But we figured it out. Fuel pump came off the hanger, no big deal. Reattach fuel pump, start car, good to go. But this thing is pretty though. All right, I'm gonna reattach this pump and I will get back to you guys. Well, we were, and when I say we, I mean Louis was going to go compete in a drift event today. So I wasn't gonna fix the car, but Louis' wife said no. So we ended up not going to the drift event today. Probably for the best. I mean, we were up until like 1 something last night getting the car together and packing up, and it's been a long weekend for everybody, so it's probably for the best that we didn't go today. But I took that time to take the Chaser back over to my parents' house, and I reattached the fuel pump to the hanger, put it back in the tank, and she fired right up. So that was definitely the problem. I guess I should probably look into a better hanger situation for the aftermarket fuel pump, because it doesn't really, not that it doesn't fit in the hanger, but I had some stuff like a piece of rubber like cut and holding it in place, like wedged in there. And obviously with it being a drift car and bouncing around and hitting bumps and all that stuff, the piece of rubber got dislodged from holding the pump in place, which in turn made the hose for the pump, like the supply hose, be what is holding the pump in place. The clamp wasn't tight enough, so the hose slipped off the housing, and look at that, no more fuel. The fuel pump was pumping, but it wasn't making out, the fuel wasn't making it out of the tank because the hose wasn't attached to anything. But she's all good now. She's running. I may still go to the competition. Probably won't stay too long. Probably just, you know, watch a few laps, take a couple ride-alongs, but I'm happy that this girl is all good again. So I'm just going to move it from up by the road down into the driveway, and then just that's really it. I'm pretty much just hanging out for the day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's always fun dealing with modified cars, especially when they are your daily driver, but she's still a good car. I can't be mad at her for my own stupid modifications that I do to it, but it's been enjoyable driving this thing around. I can't wait to drive this thing again. So hope you guys had a great holiday. I hope you had a great weekend, and have a great week.